Scientists from Oxford are handing out 3D cameras to people living in Syria and Iraq to record ancient artefacts. It's in case they're destroyed by Islamic State militants. The Institute of Digital Archaeology hope the images will allow accurate replicas to be made. Alexy Karenowska is Director of Technology at the Institute. I spoke to her earlier and asked why Islamic State would destroy historic artefacts.
So there are really two reasons for this. The first is iconoclasm. So what IS are seeking to do is to destroy visual evidence and reminders of the shared cultural heritage between East and West. The second reason is simply cash flow. So by destroying monuments and important historical remains, what they're able to do is to collect the bits and then traffic those and sell them. And this is an important source of funding for their other activities.
Earlier this month, a temple in the ancient city of Palmyra was destroyed. Is it too late for you now to be able to reconstruct artefacts from there?
No. So what we're working on in the Institute for Digital Archaeology is to collect images and information about the Palmyra site with a view to producing a detailed photographic record of the site, which we can then use to produce a three-dimensional virtual plan of the site, so a computer-based model. And then when we have that, we can talk to local people and those who are involved in cultural heritage and cultural heritage preservation in the Middle East, and think about even reconstructing part of the site there.
You're giving out cameras to people living in Syria, just people who live there. How does that work? How do you get the cameras to them, and what happens to the material they gather?
So the way that it works is that we're sending out cameras from Oxford, from the UK. They then move to distributors in the Middle East. So we're sending some cameras out to individuals, but the majority are sent to groups of people who then have the task of distributing them more widely. They then, so the cameras go out, our team of volunteers take the photographs, and then those images come back to us via two routes. So the first is through uploading them on the internet. So we have a web interface that can be used to do that. But in a lot of locations, actually, that's not practical because broadband internet access in Syria, for example, can't be taken for granted. So in those cases, we're receiving the images actually via surface mail. So memory cards will be shipped back to us here in the UK, and we will process the images after that.
We can't show any of those images, can we?
No, that's right. So we're keeping all of the images out of the public domain at the moment, simply to make sure that we don't expose our volunteers, who are obviously acting counter to the wishes of the Islamic State, to any heightened level of risk.
Alexy Karenowska, thank you.
Thank you.